Hey guys, Maniac here. I'm here with some more Maniac reviews, and today for Maniac reviews, I'm gonna be reviewing Hercules, the movie where they took Greek mythology and completely threw that out the window. Alright, so, Hercules. First things I want to mention is, I'm sorry that this is going to be a later review. I've just kind of been busy with some stuff lately, been running around a lot. So, yeah, I didn't think that the summer would be my busiest time, more busy than school was, so, I don't know. It's just how things have been. And also, I said I might go see Lucy and review Lucy as well. I actually was going to go see Lucy instead of Hercules, because I was thinking that was going to be a better movie. But when I went there, the tickets were sold out to go see it. And then I also heard yesterday that it was actually a really bad movie. And they're both really bad movies, but I'll get into why Hercules is a bad movie in this review. But let's get started with characters and actors. So we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Hercules. Axel Hammy as Tydeus. Virtue Pelele as Anamaki. I'm sorry, these names, I know I'm horrible pronouncing names, but the names in the movie are Greek, and so of course, I can pronounce a few, but Ian McShane as Amphorius, I believe. Ingrid Bolasso Borudel as Atlantia. Rufus Swell as Oedicus. I make these sound Japanese. John Hurt as Coidius, and Richie as Ilios. I'm sorry, those are somewhat the actors and characters' names. I know it's probably not the best pronunciation it can be, but like I said, it's Greek and I have a hard time pronouncing other languages. I just do. As far as characters go and character development and all that stuff, it was crap. They take obviously Hercules being the big thing about this movie and this all being Greek mythology, they took Hercules' story, they threw it out the window, and anything that happened with it, they threw it right out the window, and tried to make something else that no one really wanted to see. And as far as the other characters go, they're all just like side characters that are just like, you don't know that much about them, you don't know why they're doing what they're, you kind of know what they're doing, what they're doing, but it's still confusing. Like, what's the point in you just doing this? You could go, do this. What the they don't really have any character development. Hercules' character development is really, the way they did it was really screwed up. The way that they explained his story was really effed up. But yeah, as far as characters and character development and all that stuff goes, it was crap. Let's go on to storyline. Alright, so storyline for this movie, Hercules is of course the son of Zeus. He is a demigod, and after finishing the 12 deeds, I think, or what are they called? Something like weird that I would never call what he did. I'll just say the 12 deeds for right now. I feel bad because I know I like Greek mythology and I should know this shit. He performs these 12 deeds. Afterwards, he becomes a mercenary with another gang of mercenaries, and they go out to go find somebody and do something to go help somebody, and then the stupid plot twist that no one really needed, or was expected almost, but didn't need to happen. So as far as storyline goes, this is a movie they tried to base off of Hercules, the Greek hero, the huge, everybody loves Hercules kind of thing, right? There's been so many movies on him. I think that there's that Disney show, if I remember correctly. There's that Disney show. or Disney movie. Yeah, I think it was like Hercules. I think there's one. Anyways, though, they took everything from Hercules and threw it completely out the window. I would have loved to have seen a movie about Hercules' endeavor, and that's what I kind of thought this would be. Not Hercules running around doing God knows what for for most of the movie. He's so indecisive. The storyline for this movie is really weird because I feel like there almost was no storyline. It was just, let's watch Hercules do random ass stupid things that you would think he'd be smart enough to know that this is a bad idea. Alright? So as far as storyline goes, crap. Again. Let's go on to negatives and positives. Alright, so storyline, or for negatives and positives for this movie, holy crap. Where do I get started on the positives? Oh wait! The only positive in this movie was maybe some of the comic relief that they tried to put in for God knows what reason in this movie that they try to... There are points where they're just like, we're serious about this movie, this is a serious movie. But then they have freaking Isaiah or Isolus or whatever the hell his name is, Hercules' cousin, who's the storyteller, to provide for the stupid comic relief, and then other people, and then his gang of mercenaries to also provide for comic relief. Alright? And even some of the only times I was laughing was at the really stupid points of the movie where they're trying to be serious, but they're trying way too hard to be serious that it made me laugh. And it's funny because I was sitting in this little corner of the movie theater, just sitting there watching this movie, and I just started laughing at this one point. I don't even remember what it was. Because I don't want to remember this movie. I remembered what is important for the review, but nothing else. I just remember sitting there and I just started laughing, and I saw some people looking over at me like, what's so funny? It's just like, what's funny is how bad this movie is. What's funny is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson thinks he can act and thinks he can somewhat try to create a movie, because I know he was involved in this somehow. I believe it was like he was, I couldn't find it when I was researching, but I know he was not just an actor. He had some process in the writing, etc. So, let's go on to negatives. So that was the positives. Yeah, pretty negative. So let's jump right into these negatives. As I've been saying for this whole review, they took Hercules' story, the great Greek mythology that is Hercules, took it, picked it up, looked at it, and go, wow, this is really good. This could make a really good movie. We don't want a good movie. Boom! Threw it out the window. It falls down 50 stories, dies, it breaks its back, suffering. It can never walk again. But then it gets run over 50 times by different cars on the street. It's still not dead by this point. So then somebody has to go out and scrape all the remains of this great story that they thought just wouldn't work for a movie. Instead, let's make this hodgepodge, as I would say, this crappy mixed together movie with God knows what. Like, holy crap, the amount of, like, there's just so much stupid stuff in this movie. I can't list it all because we'd be here for 2 hours. This summer for me, for movies, has been really bad. Now, I can't say enough how bad the storyline was. Honestly, it's probably the most confusing, messed up storyline I've seen, and not messed up in like the good way that where you're just like, well, this is really screwed up, but I still like this. No, I'm talking messed up in, what the hell's going on? Shouldn't you be here? There were so many continuity issues. I didn't know half the time what was happening. You know, there's a point where you see like it had the also old Expendables trick. One shot, somebody has their mustache. The next shot, it's gone. Alright? And then the next shot after, the mustache is back. Right? It's one of those things. It's like they shaved them in the middle of the scene for God knows what reason. And then they grew it back before they did the next scene. I honestly was kind of hoping that this movie would be good. I didn't have high expectations, but I was hoping it wouldn't be horrible. I was hoping it wouldn't be Tooth Fairy. And as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has repeated his Tooth Fairy, I guess, this movie was so bad. And then the characters, they just threw, like there are certain Greek characters that they, like his band of misfits, they're Greek characters, yes, but they're from totally different stories that never actually involved Hercules. They make it look like Hercules is just some guy, and totally throw everything out the window and try to make like some moral of the story thing. No one wants to see some goddamn moral of the story thing. People want to see Hercules killing other people or monsters like in Greek mythology. Now, if they had done that, I bet you anything, I would even be okay with this movie. Now, this movie, I honestly, there was a point, this is probably one of the, like this is worse than Spider-Man 3, or oh god, Spider-Man 3, oh god, I hope that doesn't happen, even though I know it's gonna happen. It's worse than Spider-Man 2, worse than Transformers, worse than goddamn I, Frankenstein at the beginning of the year. This movie probably tops it off for the worst movies I've seen. It was so shitty. I cannot even, the only thing I really liked about it is, like I said, some of the comedy relief, and maybe, I will admit, at the beginning, I was liking this. This was an enjoyable movie. I thought, oh, this is going to be like a funny kind of spin on Hercules. But then they started jumping all over the place, and then especially when they tried to throw in what was the big twist in about an hour into the movie. Because I checked my watch, I'm just like, okay, wow, it really solved that quick. That's about an hour movie. This says I still got 30 minutes left. What the hell else is gonna happen? Is he gonna go finish, his 12th trial or whatever the hell? And then they try to throw in a really bad twist. All right, now I see this with movies sometimes, and that is movies will try to, they will finish the main conflict, what they've put in as the main conflict, but then they'll try to throw in a twist to make the movie longer, because they already made it too short and they can't go back and do another bit of recording. So let's throw in a bit of a twist to make this movie longer and maybe a bit more entertaining. Honestly, I thought that the story was okay. They have to go defeat some guy named Rhesus, who is this overlord, spooky sorcerer guy. I thought, okay, this is cool. Okay, maybe this doesn't have to do with Greek mythology, but maybe this can be like some side thing. But as soon as they also then, once they put in the twist, they try to put in a modern spin on it when this is back in like 310 BC kind of thing, right? It says way back, all right? And they're trying to they're poking fun of at technology, when even technology back then probably wasn't even thought of, all right? Wasn't even an idea yet. They were doing so much stupid shit that I just could not follow, and I don't think really anybody else could follow in the movie theater. And as far as ratings go, I'm gonna give this one a 0.8 out of 5. This is the worst movie I've seen. This can be compared to a B movie, alright? This could be a B movie, honestly, I think. You have, I was looking also at the actors, alright? Looking at the actors, I'm going, these are all actors from B movies trying to make an A movie role, I guess you could say. And they just didn't succeed, alright? They just, The only good part of that movie was Ian McShane. The character he played, I really liked. He was really funny in it. And he was actually probably my favorite part of the whole movie. But still, that's not even enough to save this movie. This was a horrible movie. Never go see this movie. Unless if you are high on drugs, hate Greek mythology, and hate Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and want to see him get crushed by how bad this movie is to replace the horribleness that was Tooth Fairy, go see this movie. So next week, we have the biggest, in my opinion, movie of the summer. Guardians of the Galaxy. I will be reviewing that one next week. I am hyped for this movie. Alright? I'm gonna go see this with a friend of mine at midnight premiere. I am hyped. Been waiting for this movie for a while. Because you guys know, if you guys know me, I love my comic book movies. I love comic books. So I am excited for this movie that just scared the shit out of me. Whatever the hell's going on outside. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, favorite, like, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Whatever I make. Haters gonna drag on. I'll be sad.